Holly, and I'm the mayor of Three Rivers and the new town of Three Rivers. And it's a real honor and privilege for me this morning to be here, to be the MC. I got a phone call the other night from the Honourable Minister Macaulay and asked me if I would do this, and I was kind of surprised. It was just that it was late in the day, and Lawrence was calling me from Montreal, and I said a year ago now that'd be a whole different story. But anyway, it's a real privilege to be here this morning because there's going to be an announcement made by Mr. Macaulay, Honourable Mr. Macaulay, and Honourable Mr. Myers. And there's nothing more that Three Rivers would like to hear more often. And I think there was an announcement made a few weeks ago down in St. Peter's, which was great for climate change and so on. So with that being said, I'd like to first of all recognize some of the folks here this morning, and one is Honourable Lawrence Macaulay, Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defence, and on behalf of the Honourable Bernadette Jordan, Minister of Rural Economic Development. So he's speaking on the behalf of the Government of Canada. And we also have the Honourable Stephen Myers, Prince Edward Island Minister of Transportation, Infrastructure and Energy. And we also have the newest member of our provincial government, MLA for District 9 Charlottetown, Natalie Jameson. We want to welcome Natalie to the provincial legislature. And on the far side is our Honourable Wayne Easter. He's the MP for Malpeque, yeah. That hasn't changed now. I guess it's still, that's where all the good oysters come from. So we have a good crew here this morning, and it's nice to see people come out and welcome this announcement. So first of all, I'm going to ask our Honourable Minister Lawrence Macaulay to come up and have a few words.
Thank you very much, Ed, and good morning, and pleasure to be here and with my honourable colleague from Minister Myers. Wayne Easter, pleasure to have you. Natalie Jameson, a pleasure to have you. You had an exciting night a few nights ago. It's quite a thing to win an election and have the privilege to sit in the legislature. Well, I can tell you it's quite an honor to be elected by your peers, and I congratulate you, and everybody else here congratulates you. And I see my Wayne Phelan, the Conservative candidate in Cardigan, is here. Welcome, Wayne. An awful mess. We had to drive so slow in order to get here. I don't know how they rigged these things, but anyway, I guess I better leave it alone. The Government of Canada is making historic investments in infrastructure to grow the country's economy and improve the quality of life for Canadians. Thanks to a $118 billion 12-year infrastructure plan, thousands of projects are underway or are already completed, and a number of them are here in the Cardigan riding. Some of you, as Ed had mentioned, announcement in St. Peter's, that was a good announcement indeed, and climate is a big issue today, not only in Prince Edward Island and Canada, but around the world. But to get the economy moving, it's essential to ensure success of our business and communities. We have to have good roads and safe roads. A major priority of the infrastructure plan is to build a strong transportation system that helps our business compete and be sure that our businesses are able to get their products on time. On time is so important. The renewal will continue to pick up speed across the country in the coming months and years as more projects get off the ground. These investments in communities throughout Prince Edward Island would help to grow our economies, build stronger, more inclusive communities, and safeguard the environment and health of islanders for many years to come. In Prince Edward Island, our government has provided over $165 million to 71 projects to date. And today, I'm very pleased to announce that the Government of Canada will be investing $101 million of federal money for many projects that includes highways, roads, bridges, and other infrastructures. Over the next 4 years, 270 kilometers of PEI National Highway System will be refurbished, resurfaced. Roads and highways will be improved, and 18 bridges will be replaced. This means islanders and visitors will benefit from an increased road safety, better routes, and a shorter travel time. Some of these projects, which includes the Cardigan Road, I might add. Some of these projects will include improvements to the Fort Augustus Road, the Main Street of Monica, Trans-Canada Highway, Kennevoy, West St. Peters, Fortune Bridge, Route 3, Georgetown Royalty, and the St. Peters Highway. Many areas indeed. And of course, being around for a while, I'm well aware how important it is, number one, to have a good highway system. And number two, it's so great to be able to work with the new Minister of Highways and to make sure that, that we have what I would have to see, a massive infusion of funds here today, both with the federal and provincial government, which means if you work together, it just means that you have better prosperity, and I can assure you that's what I intend to do, and that's what Stephen has indicated he wants to do, and we will continue to do that. And we understand that our communities know what's best, so we want to hear from the communities, or I do at least, what really is needed. By investing in infrastructure that communities need, the Government of Canada is helping everyone reach their potential and share in the nation's prosperity. And we're paving the way for a brighter future for our businesses and our communities and for all islanders. This is what islanders deserve, and we look forward to building this with you in the coming months and years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. That's just terrific news, and I'm not surprised for 1 second. There's a reason why someone gets elected and re-elected and re-elected and re-elected and re-elected. And when do I stop, Lawrence? And with our Honourable Minister Myers, another person who's been elected and re-elected there, the reason that happens is because of the work that they do in their communities, in their local communities. And for many years now, Lawrence has contributed an awful lot to our area and all of Prince Edward Island as Wayne Easter and, you know, and the political parties locally have too. But this is the first time you're really starting to see some collaboration and working together, and there's, you know, I think it's a real promising thing for all of Prince Edward Island as we move forward. So next on the list is the Honourable Minister Stephen Myers, who would like to bring greetings and so on from the province.
Never the podium met them over the years. Honourable Wayne Easter, Honourable Lawrence McCauley, and my newest colleague Natalie, it's good to have you here, and we're happy to have you on board. I guess as everyone knows, roads are really important, especially if you live in rural Prince Edward Island, and having the quality of roads that can get both our products to market and allow people to travel freely between their destinations is also very important. For those of you who don't know, I grew up on the Bangor Road in Martinvale, which at the time wasn't in very good shape, but now is because of investments like these here. And when I was probably around 1988 or 89, when I was hitchhiking to school, if I could get down to the crossroads, Lawrence probably doesn't remember this, but Lawrence McCauley would pick me up and take me to and drop me off right at the high school of Montague, and he did many times. But I always had it in my head, if I can just get to the crossroads, I know Lawrence McCauley is going to be in Montague for 8:30. And of course, Lawrence lives in Magell, and he'd be coming across the Cardigan Road, which at that point was in very bad shape, and then was in good shape again. But I'm hearing it's in bad shape again. So it's very important that we have these investments. When I came into this role as Highways Minister, I thought it was very important that we tackle some of these important issues. So I'm really happy to have such willing partners in the federal government to put an investment like this into our province, that we can continue the good work that's been done over the years and improve some of these routes to the shape that we think they should be in again. And like Lawrence said, when you look around, we're going to have paving over here in Roseneath all the way to Georgetown. That's going to be done under this package of money. The road from here to Vernon River, anybody who's driven through there and you know how terrible it is, that's going to be paved. The Queens Road's going to be paved. Sawrey's Bridge is going to be replaced. North Lake Bridge is going to be replaced. The Trans-Canada Biponal is going to be paved. The Route 2 from Morel to Mount Stewart, that's going to be paved because that's a mess. Route 2 on the way to Summerside in the district of Malpac, that's going to be paved because it's a mess. We're going to invest our share of money into this to ensure that we can bring these roads back up to the shape that Islanders deserve. I'm very happy to be able to partner with the federal government on this. Like Lawrence says, it's great that we're able to work together. I know that some of these relationships and some of these agreements have grown over time, and they've been various combinations of federal conservatives and provincial liberals, and now provincial liberals and federal conservatives, and it's great to see that we're able to continue to work together to bring this kind of investment into Prince Edward Island. I'm happy to be a part of it, so I want to thank the federal government, and on behalf of the provincial government, we're glad to be a partner in this, and we can't wait to get paving roads. Thank you. Lawrence told me I should remember to announce the amount, which somebody did write on notes for me, which I didn't read, but it's $114 million in provincial funding that we're bringing to this agreement. So that's a lot of money combined with the federal government, so thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Mr. Myers. Just to let you know that the media that represents will be available for media questions after the official photos have been taken, and I believe the official photos have been taken. Pardon me? Take one more. So there'll be a photo opportunity, then a brief media and question and answer. But I want to thank both these ministers today for the announcement. It's really important that our island highways are travelable and safe, and you can keep your automobile costs down a little bit by good highways, and it's nice to see both levels of government working so well to look after us. So I will kind of close my part here right now, and I want to thank everyone who came today, and stay around and have some refreshments after.